Today, on Be Something Wonderful, mind-blowing manifesting video. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video for you today. I want to start with one of you who reached out and said this. Thank you, Tom. I'm experiencing mind-blowing synchronicities. That's me. In other words, I am those synchronicities, right? I only need me. Lots of laugh or laughing out loud, referring to that scene that I've talked about in many videos from that show, The Chosen, where Jesus is at the pool of Bethesda and heals the paralyzed man and says to the paralyzed man, you don't, it means nothing. The pool means nothing. You don't need this pool. You only need me. In other words, you only need that I am awareness. The techniques, the processes, the circumstances, the changing thoughts and feelings mean nothing. It's your I am awareness or your consciousness or being consciously aware of already being that person you desire to be that means everything. I love this. And then he said, I bought the pearl, referring to Neville Goddard's teaching about in Scripture, the pearl of great price. That the idea that you're going to give up every other belief and a power outside of your imagination, outside of your I am awareness, outside of you being the one and only creator of your reality, to buy the pearl, right? To know yourself as source. I love that. And then he says, everything else is that lovely circus of life experiences that are working out no matter what they look like. I love that he's referring to the circus. If you remember that in one of my videos, I talked about a dive instructor, a scuba diving instructor that gave me these wise words. Tom, it's all about buoyancy, breathing and buoyancy. Everything else is the circus. I love that analogy because in scuba diving, it's all about breathing and buoyancy. Everything else is the circus. Well, this is great. I use that analogy for reality creation. That it's all about who and what you're conscious and aware of being, your identity, your self-concept, who you say you are, and everything else, all the changing conditions and circumstances, all your changing thoughts and feelings, all those processes and techniques and imaginal scenes and scripting, all of that's just the circus, right? It's being who you say you are. This is powerful. And then this idea of the circus came up again when I was at that retreat, the Gaia ayahuasca retreat in Cuenca, Ecuador, which I did a few videos from that location. And one of them that runs the retreat was talking about the experiences that many of the participants were having in the ceremonies with the medicine. And, some were saying, oh, nothing happened, I didn't see anything. And she made a good point. She said, well, some want to see unicorns and leprechauns and have these fantastic images or visualizations while they're taking the medicine. She goes, but really, that's the circus. Right? What really is it about? It's about the love and gratitude and seeing yourself as whole and healed and complete is really the whole idea. Everything else is the circus, right? So I love that he brought that up. This idea that, it's a lovely circus of life experiences that are always working out no matter what they look like. Now, he mentions synchronicities, and that my team sent me a note that one of you on the channel actually commented or had a question about synchronicities. And another of you commented. I'm going to talk about that today because it's perfect. It's a perfect synchronicity for this lesson. Remember what synchronicities are. That they're the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. But remember, that means everything is a synchronicity because all events, all happenings, all images, all thoughts, all feelings, all experiences of that ultimate reality are happening all here and now, simultaneously, all right now. So when we see some physical experiences that appear related, but the cause is not obvious, we can't see the cause, we call that a synchronicity. And then we assign some meaning to it, that it's God or some outside universe or some higher power giving us a sign of something. But remember, you're the power, you're the universe, you are that one God, you are that one awareness. You are the synchronicity. You give it the meaning that it has. So, do you see it? So that's really what we're talking about there. And when we say has no discernible causal connection, meaning it's not seen or understood by the physical mind. It looks like it's some divine, fantastic event happening because the cause is unseen. It's not obvious. Where other physical events, we create this obvious cause, an obvious physical cause. But remember, hear this, there are no other causes. There's only one cause. There's only one unseen cause or source. And that is ultimate reality. That is I am awareness. That is consciousness. That is the all that isness. So all events are synchronicities, whether you can make that connection or not, right? So I am awareness is everything, everywhere, all at once, here and now. It is that one unified, changeless cause. I am. The events, the circumstances or moments mean nothing. Hear this. They mean nothing. I am is the meaning and the one unified cause behind it. You label them synchronicities and give them meaning. You're the only one. They don't mean anything. Why? Because there is only one cause, one awareness, one consciousness. There's only one event. There's only one moment in time because there is no time. There's only one thought of God. We create the infinite perspectives or viewpoints or vantage points of that one unified, changeless reality that we call changing thoughts and feelings or changing events and circumstances. Do you see it? We create all that or various moments in time. There's only one moment, and we're experiencing that one moment from infinite perspectives. There's only one unified reality, and we're experiencing that one unified reality from different vantage points. Do you see this? There's only one thought, and we're experiencing that one thought from different viewpoints, and we call them thoughts. And then we feel those in our physical experience. That's powerful today. Stay with me. Because this was a comment. This is beautiful. Your comment's beautiful. This was on the Facebook, the group at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. The Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, the group, the metaphysical group that we have. So if every moment has nothing to do with another, synchronicities that correlate to something in my life are just unfolding. Well, we talk about that idea. This creator or this subscriber and this member is really pointing to this idea that every event has really nothing to do with the previous event. Every moment is new. Every identity, every shift in reality, in every moment, you're a completely new entity or identity or version of you. And every event is new. Every frame of reality is completely new and independent of any other frame. But here's the paradox. They all come from one unified source. Do you see it? And you're the one that threads together the story or the meaning that those moments have or those frames have. But remember, there's only really one moment, and we're seeing it from different infinite perspectives. And those perspectives are all independent from one another. They don't have anything to do with one another. What they have to do is what you create that something. Do you see it? So that's really the true meaning. Then one of you commented on that comment, said, personally, I believe in synchronicities. I think it's a way for the linear mind to process the unfolding. Well, that's okay. But again, that's coming from personally or your personality as a limited, separate physical mind, right? Thinking that there's something to believe in, thinking that synchronicities is some divine thing to believe in, when you're the synchronicity. It's just you deciding what they mean, right? It's not the way, really, for the linear mind to process the unfolding. The linear mind is the unfolding. Do you see it? It is the experiencing. The linear mind is the physical experience. There's only one mind, one moment, one thought. It's God. Do you see this? So remember, you have that all that isness, that I am awareness, or that one moment in time, right? That one reality, that one thought of God, that I am awareness, that isness of reality, the great I am, one with the great I am. And then you have your infinite identities and your infinite viewpoints of being that one source, or infinite moments, experiences of that one source. It's one moment, or infinite thoughts and feelings of that one source, but it's one thought. And that creates this physical experience. You make the thread, you make the connections, or you thread the story. You create the synchronicities, or what those synchronicities mean, because everything is synchronistic. We're going to show this today like we never have before. The linear mind is the unfolding. There's only one true story, and that's I am. Before Abraham, I am. That's the only truth. That's the only true story. Everything after that, remember, Abraham is how the Bible begins, and it ends in Revelations. So before Abraham, I am. That means it's the only true story. So hear this. No one identity or moment has anything to do with another identity or moment. But at the same time, they all emanate from and are all part of that one source, that one cause, that one identity, that one moment. That's the paradox. Do you see that? That's powerful. So yeah, they don't have anything to do with it. But you're the one that creates what they mean. Because they're all one moment. They're all one source. They're all one reality. The idea of synchronicities means that there's some mysterious divine power creating an event that somehow we're connected to. And that these events are connected, but the physical cause is not obvious, because there are no physical causes. Physical reality doesn't create anything. It's all unseen. It's all synchronicities. Wow, that's powerful. Well, so remember, what is it about? Because this is a mind-blowing. The reason I love this creator who reached out, because it is mind-blowing, the synchronicities. Everything, your mind should be blown in every moment by what you're creating. You're creating this whole thing. Your whole world you're creating in every moment. The synchronicities and the meaning. You're giving it all meaning. It's all about already being that which you desire to be. Everything else is the circus, right? It's all about I am who I am, that I am, who I imagine, assume, and affirm myself to be. Everything else is the circus. And we're going to talk about what we mean by that, right? It's the knowing, be still, as the ancients said, that who and what you're conscious and aware of being is the only reality. And all that matters, because circumstances don't matter, everything else is the circus. Do you see it? That's all that matters, is you as source. Everything else is the circus. That's why the ancients said, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am source, that I'm all that is, that I am the one and only power and creator of my life experience. Just be still and know that I am. Right? Whether you want to call that God, source, the creator, the only power, the pearl of great price. That's what we're talking about. That's powerful. The circus, the world of changing forms, the world of changing appearances and circumstances, can sometimes seem chaotic, scary, and out of control, just like a circus seems. Right? A lot's going on in a circus. Sometimes it seems chaotic, even scary or out of control. At other times, though, the same circus seems joyful, fun, funny, exciting, and serene. So the manifesting experience or experiences, right, that appear not connected, the circus of changing physical scene circumstances, and non-physical or unseen thoughts and feelings has infinite moving parts, just like a circus does, right? But there is an infinitely greater divine order within which that it all works together for good or for love or for the peace of God or for the peace of reality that surpasses all understanding, as Scripture says. It all works for the good of the peace, of the gratitude and the love that you are. So a circus seems chaotic, but there's an absolute order to it all. It's not chaos. It's controlled events happening all at the same time. That's what synchronicities mean. And the only meaning behind it is God knowing itself experientially as God. You as an I am awareness, knowing yourself through infinite viewpoints, vantage points, and perspectives of all that you are. That's the meaning. That's the only meaning. Then you give the meaning of what all that means. You create all the synchronicities. That's powerful today. So, and it says here in Romans 8:28, and we know that God, I am, causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. In other words, what is the purpose? To know yourself, I am who I am experientially as source, the one and only cause of the phenomena of life. It all works together, just like a circus, for good, right? For that greater good, for who you are. There is no other source, no other cause, no other power, right? There's only that love for those who love God. In other words, for those who know themselves as that I am awareness of love itself, right? That's powerful. And Neville Goddard says, and there's no other being in this world, just the pearl, and I live by it. The pearl of great price. Your I am awareness of being, is the pearl of great price. What Neville Goddard called your own wonderful human imagination. That's what it means, what Jesus meant with that parable, right? That a man gave up everything he owned to buy the pearl, to know himself as the one and only creator and power of your reality. That's what that means. There's no other source, there's no other cause, there's no other power. You're it. That's the pearl of great price, right? There's no other being in this world, just the pearl. I live by it, Neville Goddard says. Just your imagination, just your I am awareness or your conscious, being conscious of who and what you desire to be as that one and only creator of your life experience. All of it. So that's powerful. And then Jesus and the healing at the chosen. But this pool, it does nothing for you. It means nothing. You don't need this pool. You only need me. In other words, those synchronicities don't have any meaning other than the meaning you give it. As that I am awareness. You only need the awareness that you're already that person you desire to be. Every event or manifested experience is a synchronicity, connected by that one unified cause, I am. All of it. All physical events and non-physical of thoughts and feelings, they're all connected by that one cause, by that one awareness. There's no other meaning than the meaning and connections and threads that you create. That's powerful. You give it meaning. You are the power. It's okay to think that, okay, maybe there's a divine message from your higher self, right? That there's a synchronicity there and you want to play the role or the actor of that physically limited personality and believe in that. That's powerful. There's nothing wrong anywhere. It's all good. I'm just showing you that you are the power. Every moment is synchronistic because there is only one moment that you are experiencing from infinite viewpoints, vantage points, and perspectives. And each infinite perspective is absolutely new, whole, complete, and has nothing to do and is not affected by any other moment or event. Wow. But yet, they're all one cause. They're all one reality. That's the paradox. That's the paradox of what creation is finished really means. Everything is potential, right? All that potential is complete forevermore. There only is all that is, experiencing itself and continually expanding at the same time. It's finished and expanding and becoming more at the same time. That's the paradox of being God. That's what it all means. It's all potential. And all of that potential exists and will always exist forevermore as that all that isness. That's mind-blowing. That's why this particular creator who's creating this mind-blowing life, having these it was a long email of all things that are happening in his life, all these synchronicities, but he realizes he's it. He got it. He bought the pearl of great price, gave up every belief in a power outside of him, and bought the pearl. Stopped asking how and why and where, and stopped complaining or arguing with reality or what things are happening. Stopped blaming others in the world, and moved in his absolute knowing that his life is mind-blowing. What he's creating is mind-blowing in every minute, in every moment. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, our TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We just announced our 7th live stream of the year. That's on July 28th. It's a Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, USA here. I'm going to come to you live answering your questions and talking about your comments and answering your questions that you're sending to info@besomethingwonderful.com and your topics, and also those live on the chat. The chats are always powerful. The live streams are always powerful. If you're a member, join us. And if you're not a member, check it out. Check out the link below. There's also more content coming on the membership channel. I'll be traveling again, probably in another week and a half or so. And so we're going to be on the road again. But so just stay tuned. There's going to be comments. I'm also going to be doing sessions while on the road. No worries for those of you that are already scheduled with me. And just loving being here with you. And remember, guys, there's always more. There's always another way of seeing this great reality, this great I amness that we are. Always another way to level up. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the studios of Be Something Wonderful. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, we'll see you soon.